guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Nene. I'm Nene and this is Nene's Crafting Corner. To all of you new subscribers, welcome. Thank you for choosing to be here. And to all of you new ones, not new ones, excuse me, returning ones, welcome back. Sorry, I was getting stuck and so distracted by something down in the corner of my canvas. I just got done filming a unboxing of All Dogs Go to Heaven. So you may see both of these today. Sorry, I'm having a rough morning. Words are hard today. So we're just gonna dive in to my week. So last Saturday I filmed my video and I did my diamond painting in the morning. And then I gave Jacques his last tubby. I am doing pretty good with all of that. As much, like, as hard as it was to like actually pick a day to put him down, I think it's actually kind of helped the grieving process because I was able to prepare myself and I got a lot of the crying out beforehand. I mean, I am like randomly here and there, like yesterday I kind of started crying while I was getting Blue's dinner ready because usually when I got dinner ready he was puttering around the kitchen and I just got all weepy about it. But like it's things like that that like if something reminds me of him, that's when I get weepy. But I'm doing okay, considering. And I think a lot of the okayness is from knowing that the day was coming and I had time to prepare and give him extra loves. And anyway, so I gave Jacques his last tubby. I tried to blow dry him to help him dry faster because I was going to my sister's house to give him his last haircut. And he freaked out and he started like screaming. Like that's all I can describe it as, is like it was this shrill, high pitched, like but like really loud and really like shrieky, like he was screaming. And he pooped everywhere. So I had to throw him in the bathtub. Okay, I didn't throw him. I gently placed him in the bathtub whilst he was flailing about and freaking out. And had to give him another tubby after he calmed down. And then cleaned up the bathtub and I cleaned up the bathroom floor because he just explosive diarrhea everywhere. The poor little guy. And so I think it was the blow dryer that freaked him out because he was perfectly fine while we shaved him. So anyway, so after I rebathed him, we went over to Annette's and gave him his last haircut and they all said goodbye to him. I did get to see my nephew Charlie, who lives down in, I believe it's either St. George or Cedar, I can never remember. He was up with two of his kids. So I got to see him and I got to see the kids and they got to say goodbye even though they'd only met Jacques once. And Charlie gave me this big old hug, and because I'm a joker at inappropriate times, I was like, he caught me on a really bad day. And he's like, yeah, I know. Mickey told me, because that's what the grandkids call Annette. because her middle name's Michelle, and so Mickey came out of Michelle. But anyway, so after that, I took him to my mom and dad's, and my dad was a little cold. He was very, I don't know, maybe he was the same way with Maddie and I just don't remember. I'm remembering it a little different. I do remember when I put Maddie down, because I put Maddie down at their house with this same vet who P.S. remembered me. So that was kind of cool. Anyway, my dad, when we put Maddie down, Annette came out she was living in Tooele at the time. She came out and was there with me and my parents, and Annette's holding me. Sorry, I get a little emotional talking about Maddie sometimes. But Annette and she was hugging me and we were crying, and I look over Annette's shoulder and my dad's got his glasses off, wiping his eyes. And I made some joke about him crying, and he's like, I just don't like seeing my girls in pain. Which may be true, but I also know that grumpy old man really loved my dog, whether he would admit it or not. But so he was just a little cold when I brought Jacques over to say goodbye. I had him in my arms and I was like, do you want to hold him? And he's like, no, I don't. I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, but whatever. And so he kind of scratched his head and said, you've been a good boy and we'll see you later. And then he walked out of the room because my brother happened to show up at the same time with a computer or something for him that he had been working on or something. I'm not quite entirely sure. So I handed Jacques to my mom and she's like, he's weird about death. And I was like, I don't remember him being that way with Maddie. But I think the difference was Maddie actually lived there and Jacques never did. I don't know. It was super weird. And I'm super sorry about the tears. Like I told you, they randomly come at like the most weirdest times too. Like I said, making dinner. Well, not making. Opening up cans for Blue last night and I start crying. It was a bit ridiculous. Sorry, moment of silence while I make sure I got all of this letter or symbol, whatever. Looks like it. But anyway, so then I came home. Tim had gotten home from work because he only worked a half a day. And the vet showed up around 3:30. And again, it was the same vet, like I said before. And he was just the sweetest thing again. And Blue, bless his heart, kept trying to get in the bed with Jacques in between the vet and Jacques. And look, a random purple. I don't know if you can. And then I just flipped it somewhere and I don't know where I flipped it. Whoops. It was a random purple stone in my stuffs. That's fine. And I don't know where I flicked it to. Who knows? But yeah, he came in and he did his thing. And I mean, he was there all of like 10 minutes. And as he was packing up to leave, he was outside and Jacques started like almost breathing like super heavy and making this noise, and it freaked us out. So we had the doctor come back upstairs. He did double check him. He's like, no, he's gone, or he's passed. But I guess sometimes when we as beings, whether animal or human, when we die, like air gets stuck in our like diaphragm or lungs or something, and then it comes out in weird noises sometimes. It was super creepy. Like his whole body was like moving, like he was having a bad dream. It was really, really weird. So we let Blue snuggle with him for a minute, one last time, which again, I know sounds like super weird and creepy, but Blue knew something was up, which is why he probably kept trying to get into Jacques' bed. Because they always snuggle. They get into bed and they always snuggle. So we let him snuggle for a minute. And then we put him in a box. I had him in a bed, and I just picked up the bed with him in it. And we put him in a box. And we sealed up the box. And took him to Nicole's, my sister, for burial, because her house is my pet cemetery. We joke about it all the time. And I had picked out a spot for Blue the day before when we went to Nicole's to say goodbye. And so Tim and Spencer dug the grave, and sorry, I need to wipe my tears real fast in my little runny nose. Promise, this is the last time you'll hear me talk about dogs and death for a while. Other than just to give you an update on how I'm doing. But anyway, they dug the hole, they took him in there and buried him, and went out and said goodbye one last time. And then Tim ordered the pie pizza, and we went home and watched, I don't even remember what, and I think we watched NCIS, and then I think I diamond painted, and he played on his computer for a few hours, and then we went to bed. Sorry, I gotta blow my nose, and I'm not gonna do that on camera for you. Okay, sorry. Hazards of crying, right? Anyway, so then Sunday, where am I? Sunday, we went to our church services. And Tim just played on his game, and I diamond painted per my request, because diamond painting, well, anything really that I become obsessed with, whether it's a video game, diamond painting, another craft, that is what I go to when I am having a rough time, because I can lose myself in it. And so Tim played his game, I diamond painted basically the rest of the day. We had leftover pizza for dinner. Blue was a little bit sad, like he was a little Debbie Downer. But I think he was more playing off of our emotions than, I don't know. I don't want to say than he was actually feeling, because I don't know. Because I can't communicate with him. But yeah, that was our Sunday. Monday, I went to work. I came home. Tim had already left for cards, so I took Blue for a walk. And then I think that's what sprung the bad weather the rest of the week. so my bad. He was so excited to go for a walk and to go into the out. And he smelled all the things, and he peed on all the things, and he was just so happy. Then I think I made spaghetti and meatballs for dinner in the Instapot, and it was super yummy. And then I just diamond painted the rest of the night. And then went to bed. And then Tuesday I woke up, went to work. Tim was supposed to go bowling, but he stayed home because he's in Charlotte, North Carolina right now for a Pokemon tournament that he actually got sponsored for by someone. So I'm not quite sure what the sponsorship all entails, but I do know that he plays with certain logoed stuff. But beyond that, I don't really know what that means. And that he paid for the flight to North Carolina, so I couldn't tell you much more after that. But so he stayed home from bowling to practice because he can play Pokemon online. So he stayed home and practiced for that. And I just diamond painted and blue. We did not go on another walk because, like I said, we had super sketch weather the rest of the week. So, yeah. That was our Tuesday. We didn't do anything terribly big or fancy for dinner because Tim had eaten all the leftover spaghetti and meatballs, which is fine. But he ate it super late, and so he wasn't hungry for dinner. I think I just ended up making like the garlic toast and turned those into pizza because it was super simple and minimal effort on my part. Then on Wednesday I went to work, and then I diamond painted for about an hour until Tim got home because he didn't work that Wednesday. He was running some errands for to get ready for his Pokemon tournament. And when he got home, it was his cousin Marissa's birthday, and so we went to dinner with the family for that. And it was super fun. I freaking love that girl so much. I know I've said it multiple times, but I truly mean it. I love that girl so very much. I actually am going to give her a diamond painting for her birthday. I'm going to be taking that over this afternoon because I was supposed to take it over on Thursday. But anyway, train of thought, sorry. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take it over to her today because I had a really crappy day at work on Thursday. And anyway, so we were out kind of late for that, but it's okay. It was worth it. Got to see all the family, and it was super exciting. I love that side of the family. That side of Tim's family. I don't really know the Scholl side because they live in Utah County and don't really talk to Tim's family, but whatever. Then on Thursday, I went to work. It was It was Blue's first official day all by himself, and he did pretty good. He mostly just slept most of the day because we have a camera and I can watch the camera while I'm at work. He did bark a little bit, but not for very long. And yeah, I came home and he was so excited to see me. I diamond painted for like an hour because I just was so tired. So tired. And so then Blue and I just chilled and watched TV. And then we went to bed. And then Friday, I got up, I went to work, did my thing, came home, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay up really late diamond painting. Well, I did my nails because they needed to be filled. And I diamond painted for like, maybe I did do an hour. I did an hour. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. So I went and laid down. Nope. Almost 1 o'clock is when I fell asleep. That's cool. Cool. So I just watched TV until then. And that was basically my week. Nothing terribly exciting or adventurous. But yeah, so I hope you guys are having a good week, or had a good week, or, whenever you watch this. Have a good week. I hope you have a good week. Thank you for all of the love and support and encouraging thoughts and words. I really, truly do appreciate them. I know that I say that every time, but I really do mean it from the bottom of my heart. You're so sweet to think of me and even watch my videos. It means the whole wide world to me. And so I will put this video up and then I'll put the unboxing up, or vice versa. I haven't quite decided. And I will probably do an unboxing on the other one that I got with the Mandy Manzano, the Ghost Stories. That's for Drills and Chills in October. Yeah. So that is all I have for you guys. So carry on and enjoy the rest of your day, whichever day you are watching this on. And I will talk to you lovelies later. Stay safe out there, my crafting crazies. Bye.